Hey guys, it's Jim here, and welcome back to Enlisted. I have reached my goal for Enlisted, which was Moscow Campaign level 21, without spending a single cent in this game and realized it's not worth it. But anyway, I was wondering what to do next, like do I go back to Tunisia, or Berlin, or start new in Pacific. I really couldn't decide at the moment, so instead I decided to do a video about me going from HNG to Enlisted. Not to shit on HNG or anything, just that now HNG is shut down for good. I'm sure there are plenty of you guys who are looking for a new alternative. A World War II shooter, an F2P World War II shooter. Enter Enlisted. Now, if you wanted to play Enlisted, at the moment it's still not on Steam or Epic. Seriously Gaijin, what the fuck? Anyway, in order to play Enlisted, you gotta go to their website or through Gaijin webpage. Direct link in the description down below. Make a Gaijin account, or if you play War Thunder you can use their account. Then download, then you can start playing. Or you can wait for Gaijin to finally put this game on Steam or Epic, but considering it's Gaijin, I don't have faith that they'll do. Right, Crossout? Anyway, you get started on this game, you go through tutorials, more as you unlock more unique classes, then that's it. You can pick whichever campaign you want, which faction you want to play as, that's it. Pretty basic. Unless of course you're playing this at a later date where Darkflow has finally merged all the similar factions from across different campaigns, making the game look more like War Thunder than what it does now. Anyway, how's the gameplay? Well, for starters, Enlisted does not have a war mode like HNG does. But for me personally, I don't really care, since I do not care for war mode to begin with. And some might not enjoy this, the game is based on player control squads. That means each and every player is in the control of a squad. And how does it work? Let's say in a squad of 5 riflemen, one is controlled by the actual players themselves, the other 4 is controlled by AI. And in most cases, people do not enjoy the idea of a game where you shoot mostly AI, but hey, at least they're controlled by an actual player and not just some mindless droid wandering the map doing nothing. So how about weapons? Well, staying true to time period accuracy while maintaining a sense of balance, every soldier you have starts off with a bolt action rifle, or a unique class with their specific issued weapons. Anyway, bolt action rifles are a one-shot. No mods, no grinding, it's already a one-shot. One shot to the chest either downs or kills the enemy player. Killing is self-explanatory, downing means that the enemy soldier can still pick himself up after. And the reason is that every foot soldier has about 10 to 11 points of health, so if you have a weapon that does more than 10 points of damage in either 1 or 2 shots, then you will down or kill an enemy soldier with 1 or 2 shots to the chest. Don't want to keep using the bolt actions given the situation, you can grind until you unlock a new soldier class, giving you either a new class of soldier or a whole new class of weapon entirely. However, unlike HNG where every infantry can carry either an LMG, SMG, rifle, bazooka, etc., in Enlisted, you need a specific class of infantry to carry specific weapons. Well, at least I do not need to grind a whole new infantry all over again just to carry a different class of weapon. Now let me explain the different soldier classes to you in a nutshell. Riflemen just carry rifles, either standard bolt actions, semi-autos, or the class special rifle grenade modification variants. They cannot carry anything else unfortunately. Engineers are riflemen but with built hammers. They can build ammo crates, sandbags, barbed wires, tank traps, forward spawn points or rally points, and if there's a plane or tank giving you a headache, they have a solution for that too. They truly are a godsend gift. Assaulters are the foot soldier class who can carry submachine guns like MP40s, PPSH, etc. or other small arms like the STG-44 or the Fedorov Automod, or if you fancy, shotguns. Gunners are the guys carrying light machine guns, so you want an MG42 or a DP27, look out for these guys. AT gunners are the guys I'm sure you ex-HNG players are after, because they are the ones carrying anti-tank weapons, like AT rifles, Piats, Panzerfaust, M9A1 bazookas, you name it. But in terms of primary weapons, they can only carry bolt action rifles or semi-autos. Flamethrowers are the ones carrying rifles and flamethrowers. I think you can figure out what to do next.
Flamethrower, idiot! It throws flames! Use it!
Mortarmen are the ones carrying mortars. You want to play mobile artillery but don't want to do anything else? Then mortars should be perfect for you. Radio operators are riflemen with radios. Apart from just shooting enemies, they can also call in artillery strikes to lay down high explosive or smoke shells in the selected area. Or you can call in bombers to cover and bomb a huge section of the map. Snipers are riflemen but with scope modified rifles. Seems a little boring, but at least when I say scope modified rifles, I don't just mean Khan 98s or Mosin the guns. MKB-42 with scope or SVT-38s with scope are included in the list of scope modified rifles. Medics are assaulters but with medical crates, where you can replenish your medkits after using them. Honestly, I don't know where they're going with this. At the moment, it seems the medics are a better choice than the assaulters themselves, because not only can they down enemies with an SMG, they can also help out down friendlies without using a medkit. Tankers are the guys who can operate tanks or anti-air vehicles. I really don't need to clarify any further. Just keep in mind that only 2 players are allowed to spawn tanks per team at a time. Pilots have 2 different kinds, a fighter pilot and an attacker pilot. Fighter pilots flies fighters like a BF-109 or AAC-9, while the attackers flies attack planes like an IL-2 or a Junkers 87 Stuka. One is better for shooting down planes, the other is better for a ground strike. Just keep in mind that only one of each are allowed to spawn per team. And so there you have the different classes of soldiers you can have. And don't worry about the squad having only one specific class of soldier. Through squad upgrades you can mix and match. Just keep in mind that the specific squads will allow more of that specific class of soldier, but limits everything else. For example, with this upgrade, you can only put one engineer in your assaulter squad. In fact, why not put an engineer in all of your infantry squads? That way you can build a rally point regardless of whichever infantry squad you can spawn. I'm sure your teammates will be very thankful for your rally points. So all this talk about soldiers and weapons, you do need some kind of currency to get them and upgrade them, right? Well, yes, and they are in the form of these orders. Weapon orders for weapons and soldiers orders for soldiers. With 3 different kinds: bronze, silver and gold. Gold orders are for premium stuff, so don't worry about those. So if you want a new rifleman or a new gun, you'll need silver orders to get them. Number of silver orders required are depending on their tier. For example, like an MG13 on Moscow campaign requires 1 silver order, the ZB26, a higher tier light machine gun, requires 2. But if you have any doubts about changing a tier 1 gun to a tier 2, no worries. Once you unlock the weapon for the first time, the game gives you one for free, so you can try it out and see if you want to change it or not. Same goes for vehicles. You unlock a new Panzer tree, the game just gives it to you for free. No orders required. Want to upgrade those soldiers, weapons or vehicles? That's when the bronze orders comes in, and the price is depending on the squad upgrades and the tier of the upgrade. And unlike HNG, when you upgrade your weapons, there are no drawbacks. Like bigger damage on your SMGs but loss in accuracy or range? No such thing as that. And do not worry about needing to grind too hard for the orders, just play the game and finish the match and you'll get the orders. Or just finish tasks to get the stars for the battle pass. You don't have to mad grind for the battle pass, just saying that you can also get orders you need from there too, without spending into the game. But James, so few orders that means the game is unsustainable due to repair costs. But that's the fun part, there are no repair costs. You can fire your guns as many times as you want, spawn and die, planes or tanks as many times as you can blink. You won't be penalized, orders-wise, for it. Even max upgraded stuff won't hurt your orders. So you get it. Enlisted can provide that World War II shooter experience, a little bit more complex than HNG but it's not too difficult to grasp. Downside is that there is no war mode and the game is pretty much based on squads, so some might not like the idea of shooting AI squad members. But still though, even with the drawbacks and the grind system that everyone's complaining about, I'm still not too hindered by it. I still enjoy Enlisted regardless. And with that, I leave you to consider this game. It is still free to play, but I won't force you to play it. Just telling you about Enlisted in case you're looking for something to replace HNG. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!